Hello, I'm Jane Dutton with a wrap of the week's news. Dying before seeing justice play out. Western Cape police say they don't suspect any foul play in the sudden death of Markus Jooste. The former Steinhoff CEO reportedly committed suicide yesterday and succumbed to a gunshot wound outside his Western Cape home. The death of the mastermind behind the collapse of Steinhoff follows a 475 million rand penalty slapped on him by the Financial Sector Conduct Authority earlier this week for his involvement in the accountant fraud at the retailer.
It is alleged that the victim sustained a gunshot wound at Kwaaiwater and succumbed to death on his way to hospital. The circumstances surrounding his death are being investigated.
National Assembly Speaker Noseviwe Mapisa-Nqakula said throwing her into a jail cell would be a threat to her health and life as a senior citizen. Earlier today, anticipation spread after media reports suggested she would hand herself over to police following corruption and money laundering allegations. The Speaker is accused of soliciting bribes amounting to 2.3 million rand during her time as Defence Minister in 2021. In her urgent court bid to interdict her arrest, the Speaker says her dignity and reputation is being attacked.
We cannot have a Speaker of the National Assembly that is accused of such grave allegations, and that is somebody who is not really making sure that the image of Parliament is upheld.
As the nation marked Human Rights Day yesterday with a stark remembrance of those who were murdered by apartheid police during the Sharpeville massacre, political parties flocked to the township to commemorate and campaign ahead of the elections. President Cyril Ramaphosa reflected on 30 years of freedom, saying there needs to be more tolerance towards the LGBTQIA+ community.
We still have a long way to go, and there's still much more to do before everyone can equally exercise the fundamental rights that our Constitution gives them. So on this Human Rights Day, we need to pledge, all of us as South Africans, and each one of us, that we will travel this road together.
Action SA's Herman Mashaba says the ANC usually neglects Sharpeville, but now they're turning up during election season. Nearly a week later and still missing experienced skipper John Matambo and his unknown passenger. This burnt-out boat on the Mozambican coast is the only visual proof that something went horribly wrong. The National Sea Rescue Institute said it was alerted that charter vessel ski boat Magnum 2 went missing at sea in uncertain circumstances on Saturday. It is reportedly not normal for the respected local skipper to fail to report in and or to return to Sodwana.
Police and law enforcement, security agencies and maritime authorities are continuing in an extensive search and investigations to try to locate the two missing men and to piece together what has happened.
Here's some weekend viewing for you. The first episode of the 5-part documentary, Chasing the Sun 2, will be released on Sunday evening. The series takes a look at Springboks' successful defence of the Rugby World Cup in France last year, and where they became the first nation to win the Webb Ellis Trophy 4 times. EWN sports reporter Mawande Mateza was at the screening.
The highly anticipated sequel to Chasing the Sun is described as a story for South Africa, and it captures the essence of the #StrongerTogether rallying call and a lot more. Apart from the successes on the field, the film offers behind-the-scenes perspectives of the planning and the preparation that goes into making a world champion team out of a diverse group of individuals. And it also explores the backgrounds of players in key positions who played a significant part in the World Cup triumph. Springbok players Lukhanyo Am, Dion Fourie, Jesse Kriel and Grant Williams attended the pre-screening event and each admitted to feeling the same intensity and the emotions that they did during the tournament in France. Chasing the Sun 2 promises to be an immersive experience with absorbing stories and a chance to relive the historic victory. The film will be available on MultiChoice's platforms from Sunday at 8 p.m. Mawande Mateza, Eyewitness News Sport.
Not waiting for the ballot box, the ANC took the newly formed MK party to court to challenge its registration with the IEC on procedural grounds. Former President Jacob Zuma has once again defended the use of the phrase Umkhonto weSizwe as the name of the political party. Zuma says Umkhonto weSizwe was not part of the ANC, which means it does not have any right to prevent the party from using the term. Following proceedings, the ANC Secretary-General Fikile Mbalula had this to say.
He has historically abused the masses of the people, as he continues to seek to do so today, by pretending that his selfish needs are in fact the needs of the people.
And that's it from us. Have a good weekend. See you next week.
Eyewitness News, in touch, in tune, and independent. For the latest, log on to ewn.co.za or ewn.mobi.